Hey y'all, what's going on? I know I'm late for the review for Mob Wives season 6. I don't even know what episode this is, but I don't know. I'm just kind of over them at this point a little bit, and I don't know if it's because this is the last season. Now that or if it's because now that we know that Ange is, going through all this stuff with cancer, and looking at the show, it's hard to watch now, or just like a combination of everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. I almost kind of want to just drop this show because a lot of my subscribers, you guys don't watch this show, and that's understandable. Everybody, different strokes for different folks. Um, Everybody has their own. Everybody don't rock with Mob Wives. I understand that completely. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I just kind of almost want to drop this show, but then I want to finish it to the end, considering this is the last season. But I didn't take no notes, so I'm pretty much just going off the top of the dome. So let's just get started. So we finish off. Well, yeah, we pretty much start where we finished from last week with the fight between Brittany and Marissa. I tell you, that damn Marissa, I be kind of sorry y'all. I be kind of up and down with her. One minute I feel like, oh, I don't know about this girl. She seemed too stuck up or whatever. Then the next minute I be like, okay, I kind of get with her. You know what I'm saying? It's just I think she needs to loosen up a little bit. But yeah, they it wasn't nothing big or whatever. I mean, Marissa, I think she did kind of get one good hit on Brittany or whatever, and then security of course separated them, and Brittany was doing the most in my opinion. Like, she kept on saying, "Let me at that bitch and let me get her," and da 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 and all this stuff, hopping over shit, trying to get past security and everything. I'm like, girl, it's all these fucking securities out here. What the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And it did kind of feel like Drita was hyping the shit up a little bit, because she kept on saying, like, I would have took her to the parking lot. Like, she just kept on saying shit like as if she wanted them to fight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she really wanted to see them fight. You understand what I'm saying? So I understood Karen when she was saying that or whatever. I feel like I understand a lot of people's point of view on this situation. But yeah, it did seem like Drita was trying to boost the shit up or whatever. Marissa, she was kind of like, she was still kind of trying to get at Brittany at first too, but then Marissa calmed the fuck down once she realized, all right, it's really no point. I ain't gonna be able to get to this bitch because there's all these securities or whatever. Brittany telling myself, meet me in the parking lot, like, they ain't gonna do nothing but follow you in the parking lot. The security or whatever. So it's just like she was doing too much for me. She does seem very childish when people are trying to tell her something. She take it as, oh, I'm grown, I do what I want to, and that's not always the case. Sometimes people who are older than you are just trying to tell you what the fuck it is. It's not that motherfuckers is not saying that you're not grown or whatever, but I mean, quite frankly, you're not acting like you're grown. You know what I mean? But moving on from that, I don't really want to talk about everything. Like I said, I'll probably be all over the place because I didn't take notes. Drita and Ange, they went to some old strip club, so Drita could get inspiration for her book, whatever. And I know Anne, she had went to the doctor or whatever with her husband and everything, and the doctor was telling her that that she might have something on her lungs as well or whatever, and they have to, like, I guess, take a look at it. I forget the actual term, but she was just, Ange was just over it. She was like, I don't want to do no more surgery, I'm over this, then third. She was like, I'm not doing it, I would rather just die. And that, I understood how Ange felt, because I do have family members that have cancer. You know what I'm saying? So different types of cancer. So it can be overwhelming just constantly just constantly having to go through the chemo and go through, just going through different things, and then to find out that it might have spread to your lungs too. I mean, like I said, we know at this point now that Ange has, I think, it in her lungs, her throat, and in her brain, I believe. So yeah, I understood her frustration, but at the same time, I was like, Ange, don't be stubborn. Don't be stubborn. And I like how the doctor was getting on her about that shit too. He told her straight up, Angela, this is no yes or no kind of thing. You're going to do it. You know what I mean? Her husband was getting on her too, but I really like how the doctor was getting on her and made her realize, like, you got kids, you got grandkids, you got, people you have to live for. And then that's when she started to understand and realize, like, you're right, I have to be strong for these people that I'm here for, and do what I gotta do. I know she also met up with Marissa somewhere to talk about the fight situation. Angela, she was kind of like, she told Marissa, you hit her first or whatever. And Marissa was like, I mean, like, she was telling Marissa how, like, she started it, whatever. Marissa was like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm sorry, y'all, my allergies acting up. That's why I keep on doing like this to my nose. But she was telling, Marissa was like, are you kidding me? Like, she started with me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, she started with me, which initially, yes, Brittany did start it. She, Brittany came there wanting to fight Marissa. She didn't come there to talk. You could tell Marissa didn't come to fight because, the attire that she had on. Brittany came there ready to fucking fight and ready to throw fucking blows, and it was no better for her to have Dreeder in her ear. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you already having the attentions, coming somewhere, if you have an issue with me and you're already coming like you ready to fight me or something, and then you come around the motherfucking table like you about, hell yeah, I'm about to get up and knock your fucking ass out. I mean, Marissa didn't knock her out, but I'm just saying. Of course, I'll be right. I'm gonna hit you before you hit me. You're not gonna sit up here and charge at me and thinking I'm gonna just sit there and sit down and let you hit me. Like, no, you don't do that. Like I said, she already had intentions on fighting Marissa any fucking way. She didn't come there for a fucking conversation, so I understood Marissa completely on that. You know what I'm saying? And she was letting Ange know straight up, like, I feel like y'all putting her under y'all arm a little bit too much, y'all doing a little bit too much, and, as far as her, regarding her, whatever, this, then, third. Angela, she's just like, she just want to get along with everybody, whatever. What else happened? I know Dreeder and Brittany, they met up, and Brittany's mom was also there, and, they had the conversation, and, she was saying how Karen didn't even bother to call her to make sure she was alright. Now, I do feel like that was kind of fucked up, though. I do feel like that was fucked up. I mean, Karen, you the one who did bring her into this group, and regardless if you felt like she was wrong or not, you still should have called her to make sure she was alright. That, I do feel like that is fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But she's having a conversation with Dreeder and her mother, and Brittany's mother, she's kind of popping off. She was like, we've known Karen, she was like, our families have had history over the past 25 years. She should have had my daughters back or whatever. Like, you sitting up here rocking with some girl you only known a couple of months, or this, then, the third, and what else was she saying? She was saying how, their family, like, how she, how they was going to move down to Arizona where Karen was at one point in time, and just all this stuff or whatever. They was talking about how Karen was saying, like, Brittany, why are you looking at Dreeder? When that whole fight situation was going on, Brittany was just paying attention to Dreeder because she felt like Dreeder was the only one who was getting where she was coming from. Where she felt like everybody else was just like, no, don't fight her, and this, that, and the third, whatever. Like, she felt Dreeder was the only one who was getting it. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, Drita was agreeing and whatever. Moving on from that, what else happened? What else happened, y'all? Um, she met up with Karen. She met up with Karen. Brittany had met up with Karen and everything, and she feel like she can't trust Karen or whatever. Like Karen didn't have her back, whatever. Karen explains to her like, how you gonna sit up here and question my loyalty and everything? I'm friends with the both of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was like, I owe loyalty to the both of you. And old girl Brittany was like, well, I feel like you just didn't have no loyalty to me at all. I mean, it did kind of seem like Karen was on Marissa's side a little bit more, versus being more so neutral in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Personally, me, if I have two friends or whatever, and they in a situation, I'm going to be neutral. But that friend that I feel like is wrong, I'm gonna call them up later on that day or whatever to make sure they're okay. But at the same time, I'm gonna let them know that they was wrong too. I'm gonna be like, well, bitch, you was kind of wrong. You got up on her or whatever, and you thought she was just supposed to sit there and not do shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can be mad at me if you want to, but you gonna get over it. Cause anybody who gonna be friends with me gonna be friends with me forever. Psych. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you gonna be mad at me. Oh well. You probably if you really my friend, you know that I'm coming from a good place and you gonna get over it. So yeah, So yeah, I did feel like it did come off like as if Karen was taking sides versus staying neutral in the situation. But right then and there when the shit was going on. What else was said in the conversation? I mean, Karen brought up the fact that she was like, I was the one who brought you into this group, like I brought you into my home or whatever. I stopped Renee from coming at your motherfucking neck over, some bullshit. And she was like, I felt like Renee gave me that respect or whatever. Y'all talked and y'all had a conversation and y'all got over the shit. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, all I wanted you to do as my friend is, with the whole Marissa situation is to do the same thing to me. And, Brittany was like, I mean, it has nothing to do with respect or whatever, this, that, and the third. And like I said last week, I kind of feel Brittany on that one in a way. Because, I mean, if people gonna fight, they gonna fight. It's not, like, necessarily a respect thing. Like, it's not necessarily that they trying to disrespect you. It's just that, people feel how they feel or whatever. But at the same time, I do understand where Karen was coming from. Like, you could have at least for her sake, just, came there on some chill shit. But, Brittany, as Brittany was talking to Karen, I feel like this whole episode, she was just turned the fuck up for no goddamn reason. I'm like, the shit is over with. What the hell is you still yelling and hollering about this shit for? Like, that shit just, it irritated me or whatever. But pretty much, and then I also feel like Brittany acts like as if just because Karen their family has known each other longer, they've known each other longer, that automatically means that Karen is just supposed to be on her side and just be like, fuck Marissa. Like, I hate people like that. And I've seen situations where two people get into it or whatever, and the middle party is friends with the both of them, but the person that's the middle party will sit up here and choose the person's side that they no longer, whether they right or wrong. And I feel like, to me, that's fucked up. I feel like if you friends with somebody, if you friends with two people, it don't matter how long y'all have known each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just felt like that's how Brittany was coming off. She was coming off like as if Karen should just be like, completely be like, fuck Marissa. You know what I'm saying? And but like I said, Karen should have hit Brittany up, though. She should have did that. But they leave the table pretty much. They pretty much kind of squash it for now. Brittany still doesn't trust her or whatever. Moving on, we get Ange, Renee, and Karen. They have a conversation and about Ange's cancer or whatever, and I did tear up a little bit because I really do feel bad for her. You know what I'm saying? They just talking or whatever. She telling them she don't want to do this shit or whatever. Renee is telling her, I mean, Ange, this is what you got to do. That you got to do it. You got to do this for your family and everything. And they try to give her a pep talk or whatever. And as they giving her a pep talk, she breaks down. And she reveals that she tries to keep a lot of the stuff from her family, more so the kids and whatever, because she doesn't want to worry them, which is understandable, whatever. But Ange, girl, you gotta let them know what's going on. Don't blindside them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Karen was like that she needs to let it out because she just been holding everything in. Yeah, she just needed a good cry, whatever. But Ange, and I'm proud of Ange. I will say I am proud of her that she stopped smoking cigarettes and she's making the effort. You see that she's smoking the little electronic cigarettes now, whatever. But yeah, I just really just praying for Big Ange and just hoping that she be all right or whatever. But that's all I got. If I didn't talk about anything, it probably wasn't that important to me to talk about. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.